My mother told me she sold my grandmother's jewelry to pay bills. She cried when she said it, held my hand, promised me she had no choice. 3 weeks later, my aunt sent me a photo from a charity gala. There was my mother, standing under a crystal chandelier, wearing my grandmother's $18,000 sapphire necklace. The same necklace she swore she'd sold. How do you forgive someone who steals the last piece of the person you loved most? How do you look your own mother in the eye when you know she's lying? I didn't confront her right away. First, I needed receipts. Before we get into this, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from and what time it is there. And if you've ever been lied to by family, hit that like button. You'll understand why in a minute. Because what I found wasn't just proof she lied about selling the jewelry. It was proof she'd been planning this for years. My grandmother raised me, not in the legal sense, but in every way that mattered. My mother was always too busy, too focused on her career, her social life, her image. So Grandma stepped in. She picked me up from school, taught me to bake, sat with me through breakups and bad grades, and she taught me about jewelry. Not just how to wear it, but how to understand it. The history, the craftsmanship, the value. She collected estate pieces her whole life. Victorian brooches, Art Deco bracelets, a sapphire necklace from the 1920s that took my breath away every time she wore it. Never sell these for quick cash, she told me once. They're not just pretty. They're proof that beauty survives. She made me promise. And when she died suddenly last year, I thought I'd lost the one person who truly saw me. Then the will was read. She left me her entire jewelry collection. Every piece. Appraised, documented, and listed by name. My mother got the house. My uncle got the savings account. I got the jewelry. I didn't care about the money. I cared about the memory. Grandma knew that. My mother didn't, or maybe she did. Maybe that's why she came to me 3 weeks after the funeral, crying, and asked me to trust her. And like an idiot, I did. She showed up at my apartment on a Tuesday night. Mascara running, voice shaking. I need to talk to you about the estate, she said. I let her in. She sat on my couch and put her face in her hands. The funeral home is threatening to send me to collections. The estate account is empty. I've been paying everything out of pocket and I can't keep up. I didn't understand. Grandma had savings. The lawyer said, "It's gone," she cut me off. All of it. There were debts I didn't know about. And now I'm drowning. I felt my stomach drop. What do you need? She looked up at me, tears on her cheeks. The jewelry. I froze. Mom, no. Grandma wanted me to keep it. She'd want me to survive, my mother said. Her voice was sharp now. You'd really let me lose the house over some old necklaces? I tried to stand my ground. We can figure something else out. Alone or there is no other option. She was crying again. Please. I'll get fair value. I'll send you copies of every receipt. I just need you to trust me. I looked at her, my mother, the woman who gave me life, and I caved. Okay, I whispered. But I want documentation. Every piece. Every sale. She squeezed my hand. I promise, sweetheart. You can trust me. 2 weeks went by, then 3. I texted her. Hey, Mom, any updates on the jewelry sales? Her reply was vague. Still working on it. These things take time. Another week passed. Finally, she sent me a photo of a receipt. It was blurry. From some pawn shop I'd never heard of. No itemization. Just a number. $3,000. $3,000? For a collection appraised at over $60,000. I called her. Mom, this doesn't make sense. Grandma's sapphire necklace alone was worth $18,000. What happened? You don't understand how estate sales work, she said, irritated. I did the best I could. I was about to argue when my phone buzzed. A text from my aunt. Isn't this Grandma's sapphire? Why is your mom wearing it at the gala? Attached was a photo. My mother, in a black gown, under a chandelier, wearing the necklace. I called her immediately. That's a replica I bought at Macy's, she said, calm as anything. You're grieving, honey. You're confused. I felt like I was losing my mind. I'm not confused. That's Grandma's necklace? No, sweetheart. It's not. She sighed like I was a child throwing a tantrum. I think you need some rest. And she hung up. I sat there staring at my phone, feeling like the ground had disappeared under me. Was I crazy? Was I remembering it wrong? Then I looked at my desk. At the filing box I kept in the corner. The one Grandma taught me to keep. Document everything, she used to say. Paper doesn't lie. I pulled it out, and there it was. The official estate inventory filed with the probate court, stamped, signed, legal. Every single piece of jewelry was listed. Item 12, sapphire and diamond necklace circa 1925. Appraised value, $18,000. Beneficiary, me. Not her, me. I flipped through the rest of the pages. Pearl bracelet set, $4,000. Diamond brooch, $9,000. Emerald earrings, $6,000, on and on. Total appraised value, $68,000. Every piece assigned to me by name. My mother had no legal right to sell a single one. And she definitely had no right to keep them. I took a photo of every page. I wasn't confused. I wasn't grieving. She didn't sell the jewelry. She stole it. But I needed more than paper. I needed proof she was lying about everything. So I started digging. I sent her a text with a photo of the estate inventory. This says the jewelry is mine. Legally, I want it back. 3 dots. Then nothing. An hour later, my phone rang. It was her. "How dare you?" she hissed. "I'm your mother. I gave you everything. And this is how you repay me?" "You lied to me," I said. "You didn't sell anything. You're wearing Grandma's necklace. I'm keeping it safe for you. Then give it back." Silence. "No." I felt my blood go cold. "What do you mean, no?" "I mean, I'm the matriarch of this family now. I decide what happens to family heirlooms, not some piece of paper." She hung up. 10 minutes later, the family group chat exploded. My older brother, "Why are you harassing Mom?" My dad, "She's grieving. Can't you give her a break?" My sister, "Mom gave you everything growing up. You can't let her have one thing?" I tried to explain. Sent screenshots of the will. No one cared. My brother called me greedy. My dad said Grandma would be ashamed of me. My mother played the victim perfectly. And then she sent one final text. "Family dinner Saturday. We'll settle this face to face. If you don't show, you're out of this family for good." I had a choice. Back down or go nuclear. I called my aunt, the one who sent me the Gala photo. "Can you send me every picture you have of Mom from the past month?" "Why?" she asked. "Because I think she's been lying about more than the necklace." An hour later, my phone lit up. 6 photos. September 10th. Charity Gala. Sapphire necklace. September 18th. Hospital fundraiser. Pearl bracelet set. September 24th. Opera opening night. Diamond brooch. She'd been wearing my grandmother's jewelry to events all over the city. For weeks. While telling me she sold it to pay bills. I pulled up the county records website. Searched my mother's home address. No lines, no mortgage default. Property taxes current. I checked her credit report. We'd been on a joint account years ago and I still had access. Score 722. No collections, no late payments, 0 debt. The bill story was a complete lie. I sat back and stared at the evidence on my screen. She didn't need the money. She wanted the spotlight. She wanted to be the woman people noticed. The one wearing the heirlooms. The one Grandma chose. Except Grandma didn't choose her. And now I knew exactly what I had to do. But first I needed to understand why. Why would she do this? I logged into my grandmother's old email account. She'd given me the password years ago for emergencies. I searched my mother's name. And I found it. An email thread from 3 years ago. Subject line, "Your sapphire necklace." My mother had written, "Mom, you wore the sapphire again at Janet's wedding. It's stunning. When you're gone, I hope you'll leave it to me. I'm your daughter, after all." My grandmother's reply was short. "It's already promised." That was it. No explanation. No argument, just already promised. I kept scrolling. Another email. 2 years ago. My mother again, "I saw you added a codicil to your will. I assume that means you're finally leaving me the jewelry collection." Grandma's response. "The codicil specifies the jewelry goes to your daughter. She understands their value, not their price." I had to read it twice. Grandma had seen this coming. She knew my mother wanted the jewelry for the wrong reasons. And she'd made sure I got it instead. My mother wasn't just lying to me. She was rewriting a decision my grandmother made on purpose. A decision that said, "You don't deserve this." Now I understood. It was never about money. It was about being chosen. I stopped answering the family group chat. I didn't go to the Saturday dinner. Instead, I called a lawyer. The same estate attorney who had handled my grandmother's probate. I walked into his office on Monday morning with my evidence binder. Estate inventory, Gala photos, financial records, email history. He flipped through it in silence. Then he looked up at me. This is textbook conversion of estate property. Theft in plain terms. We file a petition and you win. How long? I asked. We send a demand letter first. Give her 10 days to return everything voluntarily. If she refuses, we go to court. You'll have a ruling within 30 days. I nodded. Do it. He drafted the letter that afternoon. Sent it certified mail, formal, legal, cold. It listed every piece of jewelry by name. It cited the probate order. It demanded return of all items within 10 business days. It warned that failure to comply would result in a court petition, a request for attorney's fees, and possible criminal referral. I didn't tell anyone. Not my brother, not my dad, not even my aunt. I just waited. 10 days came and went. My mother didn't return a single piece. She didn't even respond. So we filed. And then we went to court. The hearing was set for a Thursday morning. Probate court. Small room. Wood paneling. A judge who looked like she'd seen every family fight imaginable. My mother sat on the other side with a lawyer she'd hired at the last minute. She wouldn't look at me. My attorney stood and addressed the judge. Your Honor, this is a straightforward petition for recovery of estate assets. The decedent's will clearly designates my client as the sole beneficiary of a jewelry collection valued at $68,000. The respondent has refused to return the property. The judge turned to my mother's lawyer. Do you dispute the will? He hesitated. No, Your Honor. But my client believes she was acting in the family's best interest by safeguarding the items. Safeguarding? My attorney didn't miss a beat. She's been wearing them to public events. He pulled up the first exhibit on the courtroom screen. The estate inventory. Court seal visible. My name highlighted as beneficiary. Then the second exhibit. A photo grid. 6 images. My mother at 3 different galas. 3 different pieces of jewelry. Dates and timestamps in the corner. September 10th. 8:47 p.m. sapphire necklace. September 18th. 7:15 p.m. pearl bracelet set. September 24th. 9:03 p.m. diamond brooch. The judge leaned forward. My attorney continued. Exhibit C County property records and credit report. No outstanding debts, no liens, no financial hardship. The document flashed on screen. Debt total $0. Exhibit D email correspondence between the decedent and respondent. The decedent explicitly refused to leave the jewelry to respondent and explained why in a handwritten codicil. The emails appeared. The words already promised and value, not price, were underlined. My mother's lawyer had nothing. He tried. Your Honor, this is a family matter. My client is grieving and your client is in possession of property that does not belong to her. The judge's voice was flat. Property explicitly bequeathed to someone else by a legally executed will. She looked at my mother. Do you have the jewelry? My mother's voice was barely a whisper. Yes. Then you will return all items to the petitioner within 48 hours. Supervised exchange through counsel. Any item not returned will result in contempt proceedings. She turned to me. Petitioner is awarded attorney's fees in the amount of $4,200. One hit of the gavel, done. 48 hours later, my mother arrived at my attorney's office. She didn't look at me. Just set a black velvet case on the table and slid it across. My attorney opened it. Checked every piece against the inventory list. Sapphire necklace. Pearl bracelet set. Diamond brooch. Emerald earrings, all of it. She signed a release form, turned, and walked out. No apology. No explanation, nothing. The family fell apart after that. My younger sister called me a week later. She cried. Said she didn't know the whole story. That she was sorry. I forgave her. My older brother and my dad stopped speaking to me entirely. My mother told everyone in her social circle that I'd stolen her inheritance. That I was selfish, ungrateful, cruel. Some people believed her. I didn't try to change their minds. I went to therapy instead. Because here's the thing. Winning in court doesn't erase the betrayal. It doesn't fix the fact that my own mother looked me in the eye and lied. That she was willing to gaslight me, manipulate me, and destroy me to get what she wanted. But it did teach me something. Grief doesn't excuse theft. Family doesn't mean free access to what isn't theirs. And sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is say no. I put the jewelry in a safety deposit box. I don't wear most of it, but on important days, my promotion, my best friend's wedding, the day I signed the lease on my first house, I wear my grandmother's diamond brooch. And I feel her with me. I also did one more thing. I took a small portion of the settlement my mother paid in attorney's fees and started a scholarship fund. The Grandma Eleanor Memorial Scholarship for first-generation college students. It's not huge, but it's something. Something that honors who she was. Not the jewelry, the values. My mother and I haven't spoken in over a year. I don't know if we ever will. But I'm okay with that. Because I didn't destroy our family. I enforced a boundary. And there's a difference. So here's my question for you. What would you have done in my place? Would you have taken her to court or let it go to keep the peace? Drop your honest answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if you believe that boundaries matter, that family doesn't mean blind loyalty, hit that subscribe button. New story every week. Thanks for listening. This story is a fictionalized dramatization based on composite experiences. It is not legal or financial advice. Always consult a licensed attorney or financial professional for your specific situation.